you know where you are?
This is Nollywood Pictures TV.
Try and smile. It looks better on you. Have a good day, princess.
My princess, the car is ready. My princess, are you okay? Did he say anything to you?
I'm fine. I won't let him ruin my day. Let's go.
Really? Father wants to do that? I think that's a welcome development.
Welcome development, you said? Were you actually listening to what I was saying?
Of course I did listen to what you said.
Including the part that your father wants to get Chike to marry the princess of Umweke Kingdom, which would of course give him an edge to succeed him as the king.
Mother, I heard all you said. What do you want me to do? You want me to walk up to the king? Tell him that I disagree with his plans for his son. Come on, Mother. It's not always about the throne. Moreover, you and I know that Chike is not in tune with our tradition. I believe that is why Father wants him to marry a princess who is also a priestess. I think I like that idea perfectly.
You know, I never realized you were such a big fool. People don't really like Chike because of the kind of politics I've been playing against him. But that doesn't mean he does not stand a better chance to the throne than you. Because you see, first, he is the first son of the king. And then secondly, his union to the Prince of Umweke, who happens to be not just a princess, but a priestess, gives him an edge over you.
Mother, why are you bothering yourself over nothing? Why are you blowing this out of proportion? Are you telling me that you believe that the people of Umwakwalandwi, especially that Onowu, will choose me over my brother?
Chuka, dear son, I am already working on something. I bet you the people would never accept Chike. And soon you will know the kind of mother you have. Well, talking about the Onowu, yes, he can be quite dreadful. But guess what? He's got a prize.
Sincerely, I don't know how to present this. But the truth is that I am indeed very happy.
Your Majesty, does that mean you already know the outcome of our visit to Umweke?
Exactly. Ezanokwonwa already called me. We discussed extensively.
He has given his consent. In fact, his daughter has given her approval. That is why I'm excited.
I am surprised that he played us.
How do you mean?
He said nothing to us, but he called you to give his consent. That is not how a man in authority should behave.
If please, I want you to forgive him. The most important thing is that finally he has given his consent. And I wouldn't want us to delay anything now. I want you to set the machinery in motion for the introduction to take place as soon as possible.
Anyway, I don't have any problem with that. But how do we proceed?
Ishionwuka,
Your Majesty.
Right here, right now, I appoint you the chairman of the planning committee.
Get in touch with the royal family of Umweke.
Let them give you a list of the things that are required for the introduction. We pick it up from there.
At your service, Your Majesty.
Onowu,
Your Majesty.
Please extend my warm regards to Ishieike. Ezanokwonwa already told me how he eloquently presented this matter. In fact, it was his presentation that made the man to give his consent, and I am so excited.
In due time, I am going to reward everyone.
Thank you, Your Majesty. I'm happy this worked out.
No, Corin, you just do not understand. That's exactly how I want it. No arguments, nothing. Now listen to me, Corin. I want the best. This is a royal wedding we're talking about, not some poolside party. Exactly. Now you get my drift. Okay then. Hoping to hear from you soon. These people are always the same.
Good afternoon, Your Majesty.
Oh, we are finally back. Where have you been? I mean, you've been gone for almost 3 weeks now.
You ask as if you care. Anyway, I went on a business trip.
Well, it's a good thing you're back. You got back early enough. The designer will be coming by 4 p.m. today, so just get yourself ready.
Your Majesty, in our quest to start the process, we ran into troubled waters. And that is why it appears as if the speed has reduced.
Ran into troubled waters. Wait, what does that mean?
The princess has insisted on a meeting with the prince. According to her, she cannot just get married to someone whom she doesn't know. So she demands to meet with the prince before taking further step.
And if you ask me, my king, her demand is right. A woman who is preparing to carry the weights of a man most nights, if not all nights, should know the man inside and out.
There is no reason whatsoever for anybody to misunderstand that poor princess. As far as I'm concerned, the prince lives I don't care life. He does not care about what happens in our land. The princess of Agbaleke he intends to marry will surely want to know the kind of a person she wants to spend the rest of her life with.
That is okay. If that is what the princess wants, then she's going to get that.
I don't waste my money on designers, so why should I wait for one by 4 p.m.?
Chike, you are so local. What is wrong with having a designer? Anyway, this one is a special thing. As the groom, you need to dress well. So that is why you need the designer. 4 p.m. is the time.
I don't understand what you're saying. Which wedding are you talking about?
Uh-oh. Don't tell me you don't know about the wedding. Anyway, it's not for me to say. I think you need to have some discussion with your father. Hello?
I'm sorry, Your Majesty, but I'm not happy. Why? Prince Chike, the only son of my only blood sister, is getting married to someone as elevated as the priestess of Abaleke of Umueke, and I'm not involved in any way. I'm not happy about that.
I am sorry to interrupt this meeting, but I really need to know what is going on.
Please, can you just excuse us, Chike? I am going to explain everything to you much later.
Father, no. We are talking here, right now. What is the meaning of this marriage that everybody is talking about? Who approved it? Who? And who are the people involved in it?
That's in council, please. I want to ask for a favor. Can you please excuse us? My son and I will get back to you.
Ndiche, what do you think will happen in there?
Well, this was an obvious fight. I was actually wondering why this secret has not leaked before now. It took longer than I expected.
Well, let us pray that our king does not get a heart attack again.
Chike, I suggest you watch what you say.
Ochiri, try as much as you can to be blind to this. None of us here is. You of all people should know the level to which that nephew of yours can throw tantrums, especially when he's angry.
You want us to be silent. Something is really happening in this royal home, and men that sit in council should understand what is going on.
Father, how could you take such decision without my permission? As if taking your permission will lead anything good? Really? You took the decision without my permission, and you think you have the right? Listen, I have absolute right to decide on anything in this family. I am not just the king, I am your father, and I can decide on the good and the benefit of this household. Then do it right! I want the business cheap, just for 2 weeks. All you have to do is to arrange marriage for me. Listen, it is for your own good. Oh, stop saying that. Stop saying it's for my own good. I've never seen a father who would take his son to be slaughtered without giving him a clue. Now listen, young man, listen. I am your father and I am the king of this kingdom. Like I said originally, this is for your good. Now take it. You are getting married to Princess Adugo of Umeke Kingdom, and this is final. With due respect, father, I am not going to get married to the princess. I even gathered she's a priestess. Yes, a priestess. I am not going to do that. I will get married when I am ready and to the woman of my choice. Are you challenging me? Oh, I am not challenging you, father, but I am trying to make myself clear in a way devoid of ambiguity. Father, stay away from my personal life. Stay away. I've told you this before. I am not interested in your throne. If this is why you went to find a wife for me, you misfired. Because I am not going to do that. Now listen to me, young man. Listen to me, young man. What I see sitting, you cannot see even if you climb a tree. That throne is yours. Because you are my first son. Is there any other way you want me to explain that? Father, that is not true. That is not true. You have another son. Let him succeed you. Give it to him. I do not want. Listen, young man, this is not a choice you have to make. It is something already established even before you were born. Just like I didn't have a choice when you threw my mother out of your life. I am no longer that little boy you used to know. I am now a grown man. I am not going to marry anybody you find.
Ichiochiri, you're conniving with my father to humiliate me, and you still want me to see you as my uncle.
I wasn't aware of all this until today. I'm just as surprised as you are. These elders will bear me witness that I registered my disgust when I heard it.
It's okay. Now I know.
But...
uncle, please. Just... Anyway, I have to go now.
Nothing is hidden under the sun. Nothing, nothing. Nothing is covered under the sun. Nothing, nothing. All this secret, it must be unfair. Nothing is hidden under the sun. Nothing. No matter how you hide it or how you cover it, nothing is hidden under the sun. Nothing.
That was harsh. Did he give you reasons?
What else but to make me eligible for the throne? I mean, why could he do that to me?
Chike, you know he's not just your father, he's a king.
Oh, Santo, please do not give me that. Upon what he did to me, even as I'm trying to forget and forgive how he treated my mother, he pulls the stunt.
You have to stop reading so much meaning into this. This man is only watching out for you.
How? By imposing a woman on me? What kind of a father does that? Huh? What kind of a father does that? No, tell me. He hated my mother, and I hate him too. He has not regretted the demonic treatment he gave to my mother. And my mother would not be happy with me if I did not flog that king into line.
Hey. You're making a very weighty statement here. Let's do less of this politics and discuss the real thing.
I don't understand where you're coming from. What do you mean by real thing?
Zara is the real thing. You love her and you cannot deny that. And as your friend, I know she's the only woman that can make you do what you never wanted to do. That is love. Brace up to the king and tell him about this. Do not square up to the king of Umapalarin because you know he would crush you.
Suntochukwu, watch the kind of words you employ. What do you mean by he will crush me? He will crush me because I told him the truth?
Kings in this part of our world are the gross summation of the truth. Truth is what they hold as truth, and falsehood is what they hold as falsehood. You should know that by now, my friend. He found that princess for you, and you're already in love with another. Humbly tell him about your princess. He would understand.
Now I see your point. But the Princess Zara in question doesn't know my real identity.
Because you have not told her. And you've not told her because the opportunity has not presented itself. That opportunity is here now. Take it before a grade 1 king imposes a woman on you. And trust me, my dear friend, your bravado cannot save you from the power of a king.
I just got off the phone with Igwanya Okaro. Your engagement to Prince Obinna is coming up in 2 weeks, and it will be held in their sacred Obi. That place has a long history. It is where all their kings are crowned.
And from the way you sound, it is a wonderful appointment you fixed.
Of course. They would have brought it here, but they decided to engage you in that sacred place of theirs. Well, personally, I like it. I intend to bring the Nigerian Television Authority so as to beam it live on national television.
But the last time you told me about this king, you told me he has some serious health issues and still recuperating. Why are you talking about engagement now?
Yeah, the king is fine. He's hale and hearty. As a matter of fact, he personally called me to notify me of this engagement. And like I said, it is coming up in 2 weeks and you have to prepare your mind.
But father,
Oh, Zara, please. I don't want you to argue this. I am your father and I will not deceive you. I want the best for you. Prince Obinna is the best for you. He will take care of you more than any man would.
The way you talk about this Prince Obinna. Father, excuse me.
No, you need not worry. Relax. I have something important to attend to. Have a nice day.
To what do I owe this unpleasant early morning call?
A very happy morning to you, Morning Star. Am I not blessed to have you as my future queen? You're the most beautiful woman I have ever laid my
Cut
eyes
the
on.
crap, Obina. Why have you called?
Well, by the sound of your voice, I think you already heard. I called to say congratulations, my future queen.
For lack of a better way to say it, I am going to say it directly. I will not marry you, Obina.
Youthful exuberance. Yes. My dear, we are married already. 2 weeks from today, you will be forever stuck with me. And then, I will not have to resist myself anymore. I will explore your beautiful body and trust me, my princess, the love that will form in...
Oh well, congratulations.
One of the guards said he instructed that I should not leave without seeing you. I am here.
Chike, when the antelope decides to run strangely, then we must decide to shoot strangely at it. Chike, I gave that instruction because I want to specifically tell you that you must round off with whatever business you have today and be back in this palace before 6 p.m.
Father, why?
I want to believe you are not expecting that innocent woman to get married to a total stranger that she knows nothing about. The princess of Umeke Kingdom is going to be here in this palace today for an interactive meeting with you, and that meeting is scheduled for 6 p.m. today.
Father, the people that fixed that appointment should go ahead with it. They should go ahead and deal with it. It has nothing to do with
Hey, listen. Do not always undermine my benevolence. That meeting is holding in this palace today by 6 p.m. and you must attend. Are you going to state why you were here? Or are you here simply to sit and stare at me?
Do you think he's going to like it?
Are you hoping he does not?
That's not what I'm saying. I really don't know what to say, you know? He's my son.
No, I never said otherwise. He is your son, yes, you are the mother. So I expect you to know that what I am doing here is something that will, something that is good for his future.
I know it will be good for his future, but I actually want the best for him. If this alliance is not going to bring him happiness and peace, then I think we should call it off. You know, that's what you need for a child. What is best?
That is where you go wrong. Every single thing I have done for his happiness and for his future.
But...
Hey, listen. Have you not noticed? An increasing number of our people see him as being nonchalant to all the things that happen in this land. They believe that he has no iota of respect for our traditional institution. What I am doing actually is something that will make him to regain that confidence he has lost in the eyes of our people.
Your Highness, what if he has somebody of his own?
No.
Someone he's in love with?
Listen, in this issue, he has no right to have anybody. I am the one that will tell him what he wants, and that is what I've done. He doesn't just need anybody. He needs somebody that will make the people respect him.
But
listen, that is why I have found the princess of Umeke Kingdom, who happens to be the priestess of their Abaleke deity. That is the kind of woman he needs, and that is the kind of woman I have found for him.
But
hey, listen, enough of Shikareza, please. Let us talk about Shuka, your own son. Where is he? For almost a week, I have not set eyes on him. I ordered that he proceed on a vacation to recreate himself. And you pleaded with me that we should allow him to stay here. I listened to you. Now he is nowhere to be found. Did he eventually proceed on that vacation without my notice? But I just felt I needed to do this for my son, Shike. You know how nonchalant he has been.
You owe me no apologies, my king. You are his father. I know you are doing whatever you can to keep him focused. But do you think this is what he wants? I mean, his opinion about this would have been better than hanging that girl around his neck.
Listen to me, Oshiri. Part of the reasons I called you. His opinion on this means absolutely nothing. We know the person we are talking about. There is nothing that will ever make him to get ready for this. He will not ever be ready, so somebody has to do it for him. And that is what I did.
You can't be so sure about that, my king.
Oshiri, we are talking about my son. I know him inside out. As I said before, I did this for him. I actually called you here because I want to solicit for your support in this. You are his uncle, and I know there is something you can do. I want to engage your services, and I want to engage your services on your own terms and conditions, so that you will work with me on this, for us to achieve this objective. If you can talk to me, then we're good.
Tradition says I'm in love.
Obina, please. I do not have time for this. Please.
Don't you dare take another step, Sarah. Don't you dare walk out on me. I am still talking. Where are you coming from? I called you severally and you did not take my calls. Neither did you return them. I have been seated here waiting for you.
Waiting for who and for what exactly? Isn't it excruciating enough to be engaged to you at short notice? Yet, you annoy me further by showing your face all the time. Now let me ask you, don't you have better things doing than driving all the way down here all the time? Just let me be.
Jesus! What is going on here? What has become of you? Is this how I trained you? You talk to your husband to be in such a manner?
No, not yet.
Oh, shut up! Shut up! I won't allow you to insult him. Do you know how long he has been glued to that seat waiting for you patiently? I expected you to appreciate him and be nice.